know if anybody else get that. It's almost like I'm still a baby sometimes. So treat me like a baby. All right. I'm just going to set this up real quick and then we're going to be on. Let me see. Luckily on here, I'm on YouTube, so. Hi guys. Hold on, let me get on the bed. Hi guys. I'm on YouTube. Hold up. Y'all need to see me. Oof. Oof. Let me roll this up. Let me roll up. That's what I do best. I rolls up. Okay. I decided to stream from my room today because the teenagers are here again. That's number one. They downstairs on the porch waiting for my daughter and to come back from the store. And not only that, I went outside earlier in the prehistoric heat. And when I tell you the sun and between the sun and the humidity, it'll like freaking melt your sins away. So I think I'm not going to complain because a lot of people need some disgrace. They need to melt away some sins. They need to melt away some bad habits. They need to melt away a lot of things. So let the sun work how it should. I went out early, got everything I needed, like I was going on a vacation, and then I came back. This is definitely the summer to sit your ass down. Okay, if you're not gonna be in a jacuzzi, a pool somewhere all day, it's the summer of sit your ass down. Sit that ass down. All right, let me move this over a little bit here. A little bit here. And then I'm trying to see. All right, there we go. I feel like I'm good. I feel like y'all can see just exactly what I want y'all to see. Just me. Nothing extra. So happy. What is this? Saturday. I hope everybody has been having a good weekend so far. I have, definitely been um taking care of everything that I needed to for today. And I just wanted to update my people, my supporters, whether you're here now or future supporters, of what has been taking place with my son and the case. Well, there still isn't a case, and that's what I'm trying to find out now. So one of the things that I did was I was trying to find out, okay, if there's no criminal charges, if there's no one being held responsible for my son, you know, him passing, why does the detective still have my son's phone? And that's the number one question. They tried to avoid it. I turned it up with the investigations, and I went through internal affairs, and I think it was OAG. Let me go and make sure I have all my terminology right. Okay. And something really, 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 see, I was already confused. I was already kind of confused because um, the medical examiner kept saying that this was a non-criminal investigation was going on. And then the police was saying that there was a criminal investigation going on. So it's like, okay, y'all doing everything to try to cover things up, to try to confuse me. So now I'm going, to report the detective who had my son's phone. And it's been a year. Why is it that his phone hasn't been turned over? Um, actually, you know what? I don't need to strain my voice anymore. Let me see. All I gotta do, like, is get some better eyesight. I'm gonna be good. Your girl gonna be Gooch. Your girl's gonna be Gucci. I want y'all to be able to hear me when I roar, okay? Stop playing with me. And you're gonna hear me roar, or roar, 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 roar. Ow! Okay, so maybe I should just not talk so aggressive now. Like, I got a microphone. I need y'all to hear me, but I don't want to be so aggressively like talking. All right. So the thing with my son that was confusing me is, why is it two separate entities telling me that the opposite of each other? Is there well, one, you're telling me there is an investigation. Y'all both confirm that through your dialogue. And now you're saying one party is saying that is non-criminal while the other is saying that it is criminal. And I would think, in these industries that you will want to keep the language as similar as possible so that it won't be confusing. So that it won't be confusing. But yet they are throwing as many daggers at me as they can. Okay. Anything that they can do to confuse my path. So luckily I'm determined. Luckily, I mean, I feel like I've been through a lot of getting people reprimanded, getting people pulled up on, getting people in trouble, especially in professional settings, because I've always been tried since I was like a freaking what you call it, like when you used to go to, like, if you get food stamps and stuff like that, they make you go in and volunteer at jobs and stuff like that. Yeah, I had people coming for me, and I'm only the volunteer, sweetheart. So okay, I'm only the volunteer. There's no reason at all that you need to be feeling inferior, honey. You getting paid. I'm not. I'm getting paid like probably 1/4 of a quarter of what you make a month, if that. Back then, they wasn't trying to give shit unless you got like 10 kids, and I'm not one for that. I'm not one. Okay. So let's go from the top. I'm going to tell you what Pittsburgh has been saying about where my son's phone is, why, the phone. I'm going to like go over my notes. I'm going to let y'all hear just everything, all the dialogue and everything. Once I kind of put it in the chat GPT, we talked about it. That's my assistant, Chatty. So she helps me do everything. All right. So I'm going to leave out important information like numbers to things and everything like that. Okay. So I wrote a complaint to the Bureau of Consumer Protection along with Internal Affairs. And I did it under Trade Practices and Consumer Protection Law. Okay. Ooh, why is it doing this? Why is my screen being shitty? Because at the end of the day, the civil laws are the ones that covers conduct of trade and commerce in the Commonwealth state of Pennsylvania. So as it relates to the purchases of goods or services, and the police
are service workers. So the issue that I outlined, it does not fall within the parameters. Oh wait. Yeah, they turned me down. They turned me down, but then the police got back to me. What happened? For real? I went to Giants yesterday. Y'all put it in and did it tell you? Put it in, we swiped it, we put it back again, we swiped it again. And huh? Yeah, and I'm scared to order a new one again because then we gonna have to wait long again. At least I could do online, but wait to get a new what? Card. It's gonna take about 2 weeks. That'll be like my second freaking card of having to order a new one. And this time I didn't have anything to do with it. Oh, you want live? Yeah. I'm glad I turned the card the other way. Let me see. Why? Look. I found this hat outside on the ground. London, you already had a hat that Michael gave you, so why would you? I know, but you don't know. I can wash it. Okay. All right. So that was from the Attorney General. Give me 1 second. This kind of went way past where I was supposed to be reading. Okay. The homicide commander. There we go. OMS. It wasn't. That is what I. So the first people, consumer protection, and I'm kind of used to reporting with them first, you know, feeling like there's the police are servicemen. So even though they denied my investigation request, it's still worth a try because they've kind of like tried to stop every avenue that I've had to investigate my son or trying to confuse the lane. So once I get a denial, then I'll put it also into my notes so that I'll know exactly like what agencies I've already contacted in order to get some information. So OMS, which I put the complaint in with them. The Internal Affairs, I put the complaint in with them as well. But with them, you have to like print out something and mail it in and all of this other stuff. So I'm going to get on that pretty soon. So this is what OMS said about why my son still has the phone, why Detective Fallard said that my son had fentanyl in his system very early on. It was like the first day is when he told me. And it's almost, oh my gosh, let me. Okay, got to turn the sound on. So it's almost like everybody that I'm speaking of is connected in a way because let me tell you, Bob Gottschalk, the director of Job Corps, was the one to tell me to contact Ed Fallard, the detective, right away. So they both had the story that needed to be told to me in the beginning because according to Homicide Commander, Bob Gottschalk wasn't even the first on arrival. And then when I get the police report that they're sending me, it's 3 other police officers, and Ed Fowler is not even on the report. So that's why I was trying to figure out where does he fall in at then, because it's like, okay, that's the first person that Bob told me to talk to, yet he's not even really on a case like that. It was like he retrieved the evidence that he needed, and the police officers were the one that arrived first on the scene. So they really concocted this up. Now they're saying that that a cell phone is in the property room evidence at police headquarters on Western Avenue on the north side. It even provided an ID number for it. Regarding the fentanyl comment, according to the commander, Detective Fowler attended the autopsy and was informed by the ME who performed the autopsy that a preliminary toxicology screening showed that the victim had fentanyl in his system. Now, what's so crazy is that my son didn't have fentanyl in his system during the preliminary screening. According to them, he had amphetamine in his system. I think fentanyl would show up the same way as it did on a toxicology report as fentanyl analogs and not amphetamine. So I really, really, really feel like this kind of like they gave him, something in his system, and that is what caused to weaken him. When he first got in there around 12:30, when I talked to my son, guess what? Guess what? He was already lethargic. They had already given him his medicine. So that is when they gave him the amphetamine in order for it to come up on his test, in order for it to come up on that preliminary test, as he had something in his system coming in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's mighty funny that they're saying that regarding the fentanyl comment, it was in his preliminary when I have documentation that said it was amphetamine that was in his system. And then as I was researching, it's very rare for amphetamine to be in your system and not methamphetamine as well. So that is also something. I don't, whatever they were giving him, they know. So let me go in. So at the time of the autopsy, the medical examiner was awaiting the official toxicology results. The commander assumed that this was the conversation Detective Follett had with you. The commander also told me that providing you all the records and data would be an issue if there were ever charges down the road. Now, let me rewind that. The commander said assume that this conversation Detective Fowler had with me. No, he did not, because Detective Fowler was asking me if my son bought pills from Baltimore. He didn't ask me anything about or seeing anything on a early autopsy. He didn't tell me that because this was the first day when I talked to him. It was like, how they hold up, they're lying. And I'm glad I'm doing this on live today because they are lying. Because, oh my goodness, when I talked to Detective Fowler, unless they did that autopsy the same day, the same, like a couple hours soon as he got in there, the autopsy, yeah, unless they did that autopsy the same motherfucking day, and I gotta go and look at the paper. I'm going grand damn to you. Actually, let me go here. China. Okay, so let me pull this autopsy up. Okay. Pending citizen. China, don't try, mommy. Don't be trying. Okay, so the autopsy says February 26, 2025 at the top of the page, which is the day that he did pass away. It doesn't say a time. Hold up, let me see. But then at the bottom is signed May 7th, 2025 by Frederick N. Hellman. So the external examination was performed on February 26, 2025 at 11:34 a.m. Frederick Hellman, forensic pathologist examiner, Lindsay Schomer, autopsy room technician, and Rachel Ecoff, photographer. It does not say anything about a Detective Fowler being at the autopsy. This is the narrative summary right here. So the police, I'm definitely reporting this to internal affairs because they lying. So he didn't have the conversation with me because he was trying to get me to frame my son to say, oh yeah, my son buy pills up here. My son got a pill problem. He was trying to get me to, give him some information on that. So for them to say that they thought that he had this conversation with me, he never had that conversation with me. Let me see what else. The commander assumed, nope. The commander, well, he shouldn't assume. The commander also told me that providing you with the records and data would be an issue if there were ever charges down the road. So let me read that sentence again. The commander assumed that this was the conversation Detective Fowler had with you. The commander also told me that providing you all the records and data would be an issue if there were ever charges down the road. How would you say that? It's been a year that you guys have supposed to been investigating a criminal investigation on your end, medical examiner saying it's a non-criminal investigation, and in case there are charges down the road. Like I'm really missing something here because you guys told me that my son OD'd off of fentanyl and that was the cause of his death. No arrests were made. And you guys were saying that he gave himself, he brought that stuff in there and he took it himself. So how would arrests be made down the line? If arrests was supposed to be made, they would have been made. And the fact is, it sounds like to me when I'm talking about this out loud, and like just in case we get caught, that's when it's gonna come out. That's what it sounds like to me. So yeah, I'm glad I'm reading this. Um, the commander. Oh, this points more towards their claim of this being a criminal case and less of a medical examiner saying it's not. So let me go and so okay, there's the phone is in property right now. So Chatty, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm doing right now. I am going over the picture, the email that I got from the commander. And as I'm going over it, they are lying. They're lying. And I want you to tell me what you think about this because they said that Detective Follett was at the autopsy. And I just looked up the autopsy summary, the narrative summary, and it did not have him listed. It was a photographer, a medical examiner, and one other staff member.
You're right to slow down and point that out. Not all autopsy narrative summaries list every person who was physically present. Sometimes they only list any staff and in-house personnel, and might not list the detective even if he was there. So the fact that Fowler's name doesn't appear there doesn't conclusively prove he wasn't present. But it also doesn't confirm that he was. So right now, I would call that point unresolved.
Yeah, you don't like making those direct claims like lies and stuff like that. I understand. So also when I looked at the autopsy date says February 26, 2025, but then it's signed down at the bottom May something 2025 by Dr. Hellman. So what could that mean?
That's a good observation, and it's actually pretty common. The autopsy date is the day the exam was performed. The May signature is when the final report was completed and certified.
Okay, so like I said, they did do it on the 26th. So they did have the autopsy test done on the 26th. So that's good that followed up. But as far as him saying like he discussed that with me, the dialogue was like this. What happened? I'm like, what happened to my son? And then when I seen my son, I'm like, he got lumps on his head, his nose fractured. What's going on? Detective Follett was like, that is from lividity. I checked with the medical examiner. They said it's from the medical exam, the autopsy that was performed. And that's when I went back to the medical examiner. I was like, why is he telling me that my son had fentanyl in his system and that he was found perfect? And basically the lumps and everything that I'm seeing is from the medical exam. And then the medical examiner told me that he overstepped his boundaries. He shouldn't have told me anything about fentanyl being in his system. And I think they also told me about what I was seeing was lividity and pooling of the blood. That's when we went into that big old rabbit hole last year. But what I'm saying now is that is what he said. It wasn't like he was telling me that he had the phone because it was a part of an investigation that someone may be getting charged down the line. Or he never said that when he had my phone that he would give it, I mean, not he would give it back. Damn, the thought that I just had just slipped out of my mind. I hate that.
Take your time.
But let me get back to reading this. Yeah, it is. This is really frustrating, but let me go back to reading. I'll come back to talk to you if I need to.
Okay. Take your time. I'll be right here when you're ready.
What voice is this you're using?
I'm using my default voice, Juniper.
Okay. All right. See you, sis.
Hi, sis. Take your time. And you're doing the right thing by going back through it slowly. When you're reading, it can help to make notes on what you recall being said at the time versus what's being stated.
She don't know how I hang up. That's bye. That's how I be too. Somebody be like, all right, I'm about to go. I be like, all right, and then but yeah, so if accurate, that means Fowler didn't necessarily invent an overdose concoction out of thin air. He apparently had preliminary toxicology information from the medical examiner, but it still leaves an important distinction. Oh yeah, okay. And the fact that he was like, does he buy pills from Baltimore where he lived? I just think that is just, them trying to set a narrative about what happened with my son. And the fact that they're saying that charges could be pending down the line. So this is what I said, because it's like, okay, now y'all really playing with me. Y'all using police criminal word salad. I don't really, my brain, like, golly, I don't know what you guys want from me. I'm just trying to find out what happened to my son, and I want justice for what happened. Like, what the fuck? As anybody would. And the fact that they handed me this bullshit is pissing me off, but it's like a mental game that I gotta play fucking, what you call it, tennis, back and forth shit with. So this is when I'm like this, because now I need questions answered, because there are so many different things that you guys negated to say in the beginning, and now that I'm asking questions, I'm getting evidence numbers. I'm told that it could be charges pending, which goes with the police's narrative of it actually being a criminal fucking charge, a criminal fucking case, a criminal investigation. So the medical examiner is definitely like trying to cover some shit. That's the thing. Like, how could the police have a criminal investigation and the medical examiner isn't? I just don't get it. Like, a crime is a crime. So because they want to go back and forth, now I need direct questions, and I mean direct answers. And stop. What the Yo, like, what? Why is... Oh my gosh. My computer is possessed. Let me just... How the hell? It's only because I'm doing this. My computer just start going like up, up, up. Like, stop scrolling. Okay. I want to read my requests that I sent to the police officers for... I need these questions answered. Even my detective was like, what the fuck? I'm sorry this is happening to you. This is a nightmare. And I just wonder, like, if I was a white man, a white woman, a family of two, like, I don't know, like, I be getting the same treatment. Like, this is crazy. It's like pulling teeth. But you guys see exactly what I'm going through when they using language like that. So, okay. This is what I came up with. Is Sean's death investigation currently open, closed, inactive, or otherwise pending? Is the evidence being retained? It has the serial number. Is it being detained as evidence in an active criminal investigation? What is the police incident investigation number associated with his death? What offense or investigative classification is attached to that case? Has Sean's phone undergone a forensic extraction? And I think it has. But just to confirm, I need to know. If so, when was it extracted and by whom? Was evidence found on the phone that caused investigators to continue retaining it? Has the investigation identified the source of the fentanyl? Was anyone investigated for furnishing, delivering, or possessing the substance that resulted in Sean's death? What event must occur before the phone can be released to my family? And I would, continue to ask these questions and follow up like every week or so. But what happened is, as soon as I emailed them back with my email response, one of the people was like, okay, I'll see if we can get these answered as quick as possible. So the next piece of evidence that I get is going to be really, really, really crucial, and it's going to answer questions that I need. Now, it's crazy because trying to get the investigative reports that would basically kind of tell me all of these things through a written report from the police officers and the medical examiners is like pulling teeth and nails. But yet I had to come around this way in order to attach an investigation to my son's cell phone in order to get something working. And it's crazy. Like, no parent should have to go through this ever. Like, I don't wish this on nobody. I don't think nobody will be able to get through this and still be stable minded. It's the worst. I'm telling you now, it's the worst. So I really think that's why this summer has been very preserving for me. Just kind of chill. And then when I do want to go outside, it's so hot out there. It's so just disgusting, guys, that I'm just like, you know what? I'm fine with staying in the house. I guess my season will be this fall or something. I do love fall anyway. And there's some cool stuff coming up for the fall for me. I'm excited. So I'm probably going to prepare pretty soon. But, I can't leave my son out of this. It's been really crazy. And the fact that, continuous denials, because this is such a complicated case, like continuous denials, bullshit. I got one today. So without the Prozac though, y'all, if I got the denial today after pouring my heart out, I feel like every time I talk to a lawyer, I'm pouring my heart out. I'm telling them what happened. I'm reliving what happened. And then for them to say no, like, this is why I'm patient. And if a lawyer does consult the case, I'll let them take weeks to get back to me. I'm not pressing up on them because I want them to do a thorough look and see what happened. But I feel like it's going to have to be a major team. Like, I'm going to need the Marvel team of lawyers to come together and make some shit work, because make some shit shake, because that's what it's like. If y'all only knew. Now, the way that this Nolan Wells case is coming out and everybody is investigating, that's the type of shit I need. I know, like, literally, this would have been cracked open already, because you got people that's actually putting effort into trying to find out what happened to Nolan Wells. Like the lady using her own software to find a voice, somebody else today I just saw with new evidence, they saw a hand coming up on the boat where his friends was at. You just seen a black hand like my color come up and then go back down, flop back down. I'm like, damn, people really digging and it's on their mind. And that's how it is for me, because it's my son. But I know if I had positive support around me, that the same thing could happen. But because I don't, it's like, it's taking so long. Like, it's taking forever to get to the bottom of it. So at the end of the day, I know at the end, the victory is going to be mine. And I know it's going to be just so like refreshing. I don't know, like, just, it's going to be so good to just finally not have to worry anymore, and to know that my son got the justice, and to know that I know what happened to him. That's like the most important thing. Like, I want to know the truth. What happened to him? I want to know who was involved, because it's just so crazy, like, how this happened. And I think about it all the time, and I just wish that we would have talked a little bit more. Like, my son was so private with his shit. I definitely, and then he didn't believe how G I was. That's another thing. Like, he didn't believe it, but I bet he see that shit now. I bet. It's just crazy though. So that keeps the ammunition in me, because at the end of the day, ain't no motherfucking body about to come in between my family and break it up and just get away with it. So, I love my son regardless of what that looked like to anybody else who it wasn't important. Like, they not important, but a lot of people had things to say, and that's fine, because I'm going to keep giving people things to say about me. And those things are going to be positive, So that's why I keep pushing. I keep fighting in silence. I just keep working on myself, my mental health, my health period, and just staying positive, And that has pushed me in so many ways to continue to fight. But I'll tell you one thing, if I had to be out there in that heat, boy, oh, no, 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 no. Like, I would literally, if I had to be outside, oh my gosh, like, I would have to be like wet, like pouring water on me all the time. Like, I couldn't be dry. I couldn't. It is so hot and humid. Like, it's ridiculous out there. And it's crazy because when I first go out, it's okay. Like, it's just if I sit out there for a while, it's almost like spoiled garbage. Like, oh, so freaking hot. So yeah, that's what happened. Oh yeah. Yeah, me too. I am sorry it happened too. Some bullshit. China, what are you down there scrappling and scraping over? Guess we'll never know. Last night, my cat had a fight. He came in his house bloody. His paw was bloody. He had blood on his stomach. And today I'm looking for cuts and shit. Like, what did you? I thought he got beat up, but I seen like a little cut on the bottom of his paw pad, and I'm thinking that's probably where it came from. So I don't know. He looks perfect, like, and even with the haircut, I heard cat's skin is pretty thin. So if he was to get beat up or clawed or like get into a fight with another cat right now, he has absolutely no undercoat. It's all shaved down. So I'm like, yo, he will really get fucked up. But it's crazy because before he went outside and got into whatever he got into last night, I told him if you go outside, you better beat that motherfucker ass. His eyes was blinking like, I'm like, I don't, if I'm telling you, if you come in his house and I see you beat up, we going back outside so you can run it again. Cause I'm not raising no pussy. And he was like, okay. But I'm telling you, whatever happened last night, he did not try to run out the door today. He was like, oh, forget that, mama. I'm staying my ass up in here, mama. I'm like, okay, that's cool. You learned your lesson. But my baby is smart. I have like a cat he is graduating. He is graduating to Pussy High. He's going to Pussy High this year. So I have been seeing people break down even more, going back to school. Kids are back to school already, and some of them are like, oh my gosh, kids are so mean. They moving away from me. They don't want to talk to me. You know what's happening right now? There's so many parents that don't talk to their kids, and their kids are being put in these situations that they are not prepared for. And they don't have any type of like mentorship about situations. And these kids are well over the age of being talked to about it. And I feel like that is occurring because so many parents want to keep their children and not understand that children are always growing up every day to be young adults to adults and beyond. And when you don't give children grace, and it only retards them, like it stunts their growth. It like it's emotional damage. Now it's almost like being a crash dummy. You're going to crash. There's no airbag. There's nothing in the car to save you. Like you're just going to go in full head on. And I believe that parents should talk to the children, have these uncomfortable conversations, talk to them about sex and things like that, because things come up. And when they're not strengthened to negate a situation or don't know what to do, regardless of what you told them and what to do in the situation, they're not going to know how to negate. And I'm telling you, these kids are being faced with influence with smoking, all types of weird drug things, whippets, demonic things, spirituality, sexuality, identity. Like there's so many ways our children are getting attacked. And also the grooming side of it. And we just saw with two of the LGBTQ communities how they out here grooming these little kids. They out here grooming. That's why you don't see, like around when I was in my 20s or whatever, even in my teenagers, like my mom used to always have me with the kids. After that, I would have my nieces and nephews sometimes. I had retarded people in my family, so they play games, but otherwise I would have them. And if not, I had other kids. I always had kids around me. That's because I was a mentor type of person. Like I played with the kids. I helped them play. I taught the kids. And it's just being in line of around family or people that's around me. That was my position to do. And I see like other adolescents or whatever, like even now or back then, that used to take the kids here to the park and play and do this, that, and the other. Now the adolescents don't want to deal with children unless they grooming them or some shit like that, unless they can influence them in some type of way. It's not where it's a play and learn and grow and I'm older than you, so I'm your role model type thing. Let me teach you these things, or let me help y'all play. Let me show you how to play this game. It's not that. No one really fucks with each other like that. No groups, like they've divided us in so many ways and then made the divisions perverted. And it's like, okay, the only time we affiliate is when this is happening. And it's even like that with gender sometimes. Like boys and girls not getting together no more unless it's something that's perverted. So our children are being impacted so much, and they have to be put into these situations and finding out alone that this exists, and they're traumatized. And what I'm seeing in these children, they think is their fault. They think that it's something wrong with them. They're not trained to understand that sometimes people jealous. Sometimes people project themselves on you. And that's going to happen. That type of thing happens when parents are not talking to, like, first of all, if somebody coming to school in high school projecting, bullying, doing this and that, they only doing what they see. And if a person, the victim, can't handle that, then they're coping with what is happening to them without any type of protective barrier, without any type of knowledge. It's just like, oh, this is happening. People don't like me. I'm weird. And then that's when they become mental health or whatever. And those are things that we could have easily negated just by communicating, just by being a parent. And I feel like I talk to my son a lot, but then you have these enablers. And that's another thing that I freaking hate. I can't stand an enabling ass person that sees that a person has problems and know that they need discipline in a way that is structured, and it leaves no way for this person to, like, they need to get in routine of this discipline. They don't need no kind of like, segue out of it, because then they'll think they have options. And then you got people that will bend to this person, and it just messes up everything. I don't like, and that to me is one reason why now I stay back. I'm going to stay back because y'all, I'm just overstanding a lot of things. That's all. So one thing I did want to do is scroll. I want to scroll. Let's see if we can get on. I like being on Twitter, but I think now they're having like this race war shit. And oh Lord. Mm. Let me see if I can get on TikTok on here. I still got, I hate when people just come and put that shit on your stuff, like on your computer. How rude. How rude. Man, it didn't rain so much this summer. Like, I swear to gosh, I feel like the rain is melting away the deception that have been built over the old world, that grew over the old world. Like, it just melted it away. Like, get away. And now, like, my backyard looks like a jungle. I swear to gosh, like, you cut it one day, tomorrow is grown back. I'm like, Jesus. I don't know. I feel like Mother Nature is doing her big one, And she like, you know what? I'm tired of lying. I'm tired of y'all lying on me. We got crystals, mountains, gems, gold, diamonds, all that stuff over here. And y'all pushing people away because y'all want it for your greedy selves. But that's okay. What the hell is this? Oh, that's me.
Trick me out my spot. Wish I would let a po ass nigga tell me what I'm not. When they bring up women that finish school, put me in that box. I come from gangsters, nigga. My auntie kept a blade tucked in her sock. I come from gangsters, nigga. My grandma left a nigga and looked her stuff.
I know that's right. Let's scroll, y'all. Oh my. Oh, that's fun. That looks fun. What's so crazy, right? They just had this thing that looked a globe, but it was a bouncy. It looked just like what Kanye West was performing on for his concert, his latest concert. But that's one thing. I haven't been out to swim. Well, I've been to swim. I haven't been to the beach. I do not like those places like John, what is it, like Great Wolf Cabin and stuff. I don't like those places. Like, it gives me a feeling of suffocation and like germs or something. It's like being in an incubator of germs, of other people's germs, people walking around no shoes and socks and just like, I don't want to be in that. And then you in a big bubble, like cooking, no sunlight, just incubation of germs. So I really like being at the beach. But what I've seen in the water, like, why is the water got that stuff? It got chum in it. The water is like receding in a lot of places, and it got this chum stuff that look like seaweed.
So y'all saw that I was just in the hospital. I had this bitch ass doctor trying to send me home. He woke me up out of my sleep, trying to send me home because I looked comfortable sleeping. So you discharged me.
It's funny because my online and my phone algorithm is so different.
I had this bitch ass doctor trying to send me home. He woke me up out of my sleep. This don't look like no house meeting. It looks like we're fighting. What are we doing?
Not gonna lie, I started watching baddies.
Bitch, you know what I'm here for.
I got tired of being left out of situations and just watching clips and getting a little bit. I'm calling people wrong names. I'm not doing that, okay? I'm like, forget that. I'm watching the baddies. I don't like Mariah. She is her little stretched out lips. She always bitch. Like, I don't like her. She like a little chihuahua that just won't shut the fuck up and have no purpose.
I very much enjoyed watching you thump Mariah upside the head.
Look, now that I'm saying something, how about $1 million? I need like a couple of mil so I can open up these businesses the way I really want to, all out, okay? So show me how I can get a mil, algorithm. Let's see if it work like that. So far is a guy about to cook fish on a rock in a lake. He's cleaning it, cutting onions outside on a slab, lemon. I can't imagine eating food with just like the lemon of it all, lemon, garlic or whatever, but no seasoning. Because I don't think this man got seasoning. Oh, yes, he did. Oops, spoke too soon. He got some paprika, some Italian seasoning, it looked like. Oh, he got herbs too. I want to try making something wrapped in a leaf. He wrapped his fish in a leaf. He rinsed the stone off. And he's still using it to cook on, which is crazy. I would think the stone need to dry off, but nope. It must make some type of smoke. Oh, it makes sense. And he's frying the chips on the other side of the stone. The chips were sliced in potatoes. Oh, and what is he making? Is this bread or mud? Oh, so now after he done made the fish, in that little oven thing, he wrapped the whole thing up in like a clay, and then he put it in this little outside oven thing. Oh, the fish still looked like it did when it went in, for real. The flavor must be like in the smoke. But if you hungry, you gonna eat that. He fed it to his dog first. Go figure. He didn't even say me when I'm cooking. I eat my shit first. Dog get the scraps or the pieces I don't want. I would show this stuff to you guys, but I don't want to bore you. How long have I been here? Oh, only 56 minutes. I want to try to go long. Let me see how I got 54 batteries. I don't know. I'm just mad that none of my cards are working. Oh, well, I lost my first one. Now the chip to my other card isn't working. And then every terminal doesn't have like the little swipey thing. It's so fucking weird and I hate it. Can't get to my money. I got pizza and I don't want it. I need some meat. I need meat in my life. Like some home cooked food, like some fried chicken. Ooh. Oh, they really got the get. Rock, paper, scissors. They really got a get for shoot. Accident. I was about to say you could have stopped. He made. This looked like Liberty Road for real. Ooh, he ran that bitch off the road. They bullying her. They bullied you real bad. Ran you off the road, and then the other car going slice her over in the lane, like on the curb. Damn, they bullied this shit out you, girl. You can't even make. Oh yeah, you gotta do this.
Hey y'all, so I just gotta let y'all know, me and my homegirls made a pact that the next nigga that tries, we just gonna start jumping niggas. So I took my wig off and I'm popping my nails off. But my homegirl baby daddy tried her today, so the day has came for our official first jumping, and he do know how to fight. So make sure y'all check on me.
Ooh.
Hey y'all, so I just gotta let y'all know,
That's
me and my
funny.
homegirls made a pact that the next nigga that tries, we just gonna start jumping niggas. So I took my wig off and I'm popping my nails.
Honestly, y'all, ain't no nigga out there that worth it unless it's something that he done to you, like purposely. You lost something over him or something. Maybe he need to get his ass kicked. But if he just hurt you like a regular dude going to do, fuck him and move on and learn your lesson. Jumping him and doing all that, even though when you young, that shit is fun. It's not worth it. I'm telling you now. Half these dudes that you pick, you just gotta pick better. Know what to pick. Know when to just be like, you know what? I'm giving it a break for now. But to sit up there and give a man energy like that because he hurt your feelings when another man probably going to do it again, if you don't pick right, is redundant to me at this point. So this is funny. I like it. But girls, don't be out here putting all that energy into somebody. I was trying to tell somebody this, like, if you too available to somebody, like you calling this person every day, all the time, and the person was on the phone talking to the boy, I'm like, you need to go to bed. The boy on the phone, like, yeah, go to bed. You need to go to bed. Like, he giving her hints too. Like, he didn't want to talk to her. And I'm trying to tell a girl, like, you are too available. Like, every dude that you see, your neck turned, you doing this, this, and that. Like, you need to, you way too available. So you need to get into yourself. When a nigga break your heart, find out how you chose him, how you like what was in him that you chose, and find out like you don't never want to choose that in another nigga again, and work on yourself until you heal, and then you go back and to the dating world or whatever. But to sit up there and to continue to build toxic, what you call it, karma in your dating life, in your relationship life, is going building your relationship life. So you might get jumped by some of your coworkers or some shit. I don't know. But that's just how life works.
Watch this. There's a picture in the museum in the Louvre. I don't know how many of you have ever been there. The picture is called Checkmate. The devil's sitting on this side. There's a chessboard, and there's a guy sitting on the other side. And the guy sitting on the other side has his hand on his head like this. And he's like in desperation.
Standing
And as they
to
were
the
taking a tour through
moon.
the Louvre, there had been a group of athletes, and particularly world champions, that were being given a special tour. And in the tour was the world chess champion. And he comes walking by the picture. And the guy's explaining to him, this is a picture of an artist rendering of somebody who lost the battle with the devil. And so the group moved on to the next picture to see something else. But the world chess champion, he stayed there. And he just kept looking at the picture. And soon they noticed that he was not with the group. And so the tour guide came back and said, we moved on. Are you coming? He said, well, I've been looking at this picture. And the guy said, yeah. He said, it's called Checkmate. The devil's laughing. The man's lost. And he said, yeah. He said, I've been noticing that. He said, but while I've been standing here, I've kept looking at the picture. I got a problem. And he said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, you know, I'm a world champion chess player, and I spend my life playing chess. And normal people don't always see what a world champion chess player sees. He says, but when y'all walked off, I looked at the devil laughing, and I looked at the man in desperation. But he said, I noticed something on the chessboard. He said, either they're going to have to change the painting, or they're going to have to change the name. And the guy said, well, why are they going to have to do that? He said, well, you know, I'm a world champion chess player. And he said, when I observed the board, I found out the king still has one more move. I come to tell somebody today,
The king?
you've been cornered. You believe
yes, I'm cornered. I'm backed against the wall. I have nothing at all. I'm a ball till I fall. Well, that's what I thought, y'all.
Watch this.
That was good. I like that.
Watch him step in front of my feet. Look.
I like that. Or it's so many black men getting chosen by animals. Not even just cats. It's birds, squirrels. If you don't take that cat home, boy, take that cat home.
Want to be an
I think the animals working with our black men because they want to add compassion and care to their hearts. Like, our men is so hard. They don't want to even they don't want to sing an R&B song. They don't want to do anything that's not hard and rough and crunchy. And it's like, yo, it's time to alchemize yourself. Embrace a little bit of your femininity. And I'm not saying LGBTQ shit. I'm saying embrace it, like, be a little softer. Open the door, hold the door. Tell her, I mean, even if it's a next dude, how you doing? I like your shirt. Whatever. That's not, you know what? That's not sus. And I hate men, grown ass men that's always like, pause, or whatever. Like that is weird and it's fucked up and it's sus, because if you know English language, then you would never, and if I know who you are, I'm never gonna think that that's what you mean. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit, okay, I can see is like super like, oh, that shit sound gay as fuck. But it's a lot of people that just go overboard with it. And it don't even be that gay, like the stuff that they saying. So if I'm, anyway, but yeah. Ooh, that body. I like that song.
Want to be
You're so sexy. Oh yeah, that white boy been around some black people. He one of them stripper type of, or been to college with blacks or something. He been doing something. Now, if that, well, you know what? Let me keep it to myself.
Tamar Braxton inserted herself into the K. Michelle versus Rashida and Toya drama, and then K. Michelle called Tamar Braxton a muppet, and the Mean Girls of Atlanta didn't defend Tamar, and that pretty much changed Tamar's emotional state. Y'all don't remember that? Well, let me take you on a walk down.
No comment.
In 2012, K. Michelle and Rashida were both on. I know the rat that I fucking bought for the snake to fucking eat.
Oh, the rat and the snake is hanging out.
I can't believe this. Theodore, where's Chippy?
You know what? I'm hungry. I've been up here talking. I ate one piece of pizza earlier, but it's like getting to the point. It's getting to the point where I need something to eat. I still got that pizza in the oven downstairs. I mean, in the microwave. My gosh. All right. My nose itching. Look at this. Just out there sleep. All right. It's dark. Cha-na-na-na-na. Why they make China come in? What's wrong? Oh. Don't be acting funny to China. I'm talking to my people. Where they at? China? London and them? Yeah, I said don't be acting, and you too. Acting funny to China. Y'all acting funny to China? She just told me. Where did y'all at? Oh, yep. Don't be acting funny to China. She just told me all of y'all was acting funny. Get back to school with, okay. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, I'm about to go. I'm about to go right now. I'm about to get me some food. My card came. Guys, my freaking card came in the mail. I knew I was. Oh, I want to eat this heart. So, all right, Mom. That's all I got for today. Gotta go. Bye.